Yo! Hello, everybody. I'm here. Oh shit, my overlay. Ah, pro streamer. Nothing happened! And I'm not laggy at all because I had to tab into the program. No, that didn't happen. I have reached day 2! On my ADHD medication. And today feels weird. It's kind of, interesting. Yesterday was like a perfect amount of focus. There wasn't really much in ways of like side effects that really like bothered me at all, but like today, oh man, it's so funny. It says on the medication thing that the side effects would be insomnia, right? However, I took it this morning and immediately I passed out on the couch. And I was like dead tired. Like I wasn't tired before. But I just passed the fuck out and I was out like a light for many, many hours. It was it's kind of crazy. And even right now, my brain feels really scrunkly. It's like having someone like press their hand on your brain and it's like, shh, shh. It's like there's too much focus. It's actually, I am focusing so hard that it is hard to focus, if you can understand what I mean by that. Like I am looking at things ahead of me, but because I am looking at what's ahead of me, I can't think of anything. Like, it's hard. It's actually difficult. I was having a conversation on the phone with my hun about it, and he was like, I have no idea what the fuck you mean. Could you describe it for me? And I'm like, I'll try. And that's the best I could do with that. But even like during the conversation, it was really difficult to actually like, I noticed how difficult it was to actually talk. Like, to like get the words out. Well, not even necessarily getting the words out, but getting the words at all? It's like, I'm like, how are you doing, Wiznerd? 50 bucks, thank you! But, like, ordinarily, I could speak, like, super, like, fast and have, like, 6 million words out of my mouth before even a minute passes, right? But now it's like I have, like a tapper, and it's like I can't quite do that. But, of course, I'm only on day 2. So, this might not be the case once I reach, like, once, like a week passes, because there's, like, an adjustment period. But like yesterday when I took it, it was like perfect. And I was medicated on the podcast even, and it was really nice actually. I didn't have much issue at all. But right now I'm like But yeah, so I'm gonna stream. If I'm like weird dozy or if I like complain a lot, that's why. Cause like another side effect is like having nausea, and it's some pretty potent nausea. But I'm gonna do my best to just push on through it. I am glad I don't have any VR stuff until Saturday, dude. Actually, my first ever ADD meds ever. Fun fact, I'm on Adderall right now. So, it's a bit of an experience for me. Getting onto them can be just as uncomfortable as going off them. Yeah, it's interesting because the first day it wasn't bad. Like, it was actually like really, like I just felt nice yesterday. But like today it's like I'm sure I'll equalize eventually. If not, just maybe Adderall's not for me. We'll see. We'll see though. We'll see. You're an Adderall kid in high school? Oh, I wish that was me. I figured out that I had ADHD literally the 4th year into college. And that was too late. That was too late to find that out. I needed help way before then. And like I was watching some documentaries about ADHD. God, I have time blindness, but like it feels like it was like a month or so ago. And apparently, if you, like, the later you are diagnosed with, like, ADHD or ADD, kind of both, one kind of bleeds into the other eventually, the later you get diagnosed, the more shit you have stacked on top. So I have ADHD, and it's pretty severe symptoms, and some pretty severe anxiety, and some pretty severe depression, and on top of it, just a little sprinkle of autism in there. So I'm like, on one hand, I'm actually figuring out what the fuck I have, and that's kind of nice, because it doesn't make you just feel like a fuck up. It's just some things that you have, and then you can have some resources to actually help you get through everything. Of course, there's never like a proper full cure, but like, it helps. It helps. Because especially when you're put on the metric of just being, of like a heteronormative, like, heteronormative? Is it heteronormative? Neuronormative? I forget the term. But it like, what's it called? Whenever you put it up against the scale of like, oh god, fuck, what's the term? Shit. Normally abled people, it's very demotivating. like being told that you should be neurotypical. Yeah, neurotypical. That's what it is. I think maybe either way. Like the reverse of ableism. But either way, it can be really demotivating because I can't do what normal people can do. Like, I just can't. There are some things that I can do that I can do better for other people because people with ADHD are a little bit more creatively minded. And hyperfixations are really good when you hyperfixate on something that's like your job. Like, hi, streaming! It works just fine! But other than that, though, it can be a fucking pain. It's really hard to do basically anything other than your fixation, dude. It's so rough. But I'm getting better. Or at least I'm finally getting the help that I need. You haven't gotten your ADHD diagnosis yet, Gail? You should get on that. I know I'm pretty bad. Like, it took me several years to actually start the process even to get myself diagnosed. But like, it really, really helps, Gail. You should just get on that. Maybe you go back on Adderall after being off. You get hyper-focusing more than usual. If you can aim it, it can be useful. It's how you first learned Blender and Unity, but if you can't find anything to aim it at, you'll lose your whole day looking at Discord or something. Dude, I feel that. Oh shit, wait. I might have to do something before I actually start stream. Oh no, I'm fine. Okay. I was literally just sitting here like, talking about ADHD. Why does this sound familiar? I'm like, oh god, medical bills. Oh, medical bills, I gotta pay those. But no, I'm fine. Yeah, but get on it, hon. Just do it. Just do it. You just gotta do it. I know it's hard, but you just gotta do it. I hate phone calls. Phone calls are scary. Phone calls are so scary. Because like, it takes, like, Gail, it takes like 3 months for them to even call you back about even scheduling with someone. It's awful. It takes forever, but you gotta just start. You just gotta start it. You just gotta do it. Or you're gonna be stuck this way. Yeah, I feel you, Dever. I have a lot of friends who were on medication. So I kind of like know what I should expect, at least a little bit. But there are some that I really... It really hits different going through it, though. Like, it's... Yeah, I'd one calm me down so that you would focus better and not be super hyper, and you've been off for about 3 to 4 years now. You have calmed down a lot better and focused. Sorry for the... No, you're good! Trust me, I write messages like 3 times that long. It's cool. You're good. Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome, Sirgrim. You used to have even worse side effects going off when you were higher dosage. Ugh. Yeah. I had a friend who, it took them like 10 years finding like the proper medication for them. Because they had like a very particular concoction mentally, right? So they needed something really, really, really precise. Or else like really bad stuff would happen. But they finally got something good for them, so it's like, I'm really happy for them. going to the doctor for the first time in like 12 to 13 years tomorrow. Kind of nervous because while you feel like you're good, you've never been properly seen, so who knows. Yeah, that can be scary. I never had like a proper family doctor, so like only in like the past couple of years have I actually been figuring out some things that I've had. Like I went to the doctor last week. You expect talking for hours? Shit. Nice to meet you too, Sir Grim. What's it called? Oh no, what was I saying? Right, I went to the doctor very recently, like a week ago, I think. Time blindness again. But I went there, and I only recently like started looking up some things that I started like notice to be unusual. And apparently, when you lay on your bed and like everything's really quiet, apparently if you hear your heartbeat when it's quiet and you're like laying on your bed, that means you have like either an ear infection or you have a shit ton of earwax built up. And I had that my entire life. So I went into the doctor and they had this like little gun or a heart problem. Oh, interesting. No. But for this one, it was, oh wow, that's scary. No, it was, I heard my heartbeat specifically in my left ear. So I also like, look, it's Gale! Gale's here! I'm so happy! They had this weird fucking gun that would like push water in and then pull it out like a plunger with hydrogen peroxide. And they just put that in my ear and I like had to tilt my head to the side and they had like this like tray thing to hold all of like the water spillage. And they just like shoved it in and out and it like felt, it was like getting my ear fucked, man. It was so uncomfortable. But eventually, and like there was like occasional like little pops of pain too, which I found out why, because when it finally unclogged, dude, the amount of earwax that was shoved into my fucking ear canal, it was the size of my thumb. And it was in there for so long that halfway through, it was black. It was black, dude! Fucking scary shit! What does that even mean, right? Like, I should have taken a picture. But I was just so stupefied when I fucking saw it, man. It was crazy. They had to do like that ear thing for like a whole 3 minutes. That's how bad it was. Or you could have a naturally high blood pressure. You're pre-hypertensive and can be here pretty often. Oh, interesting.
What it means, Christy, is that your black heart has approached your brain and almost touched it. That's what it means. That's why it was black.
So am I safe? Am I safe now?
Oh no, your black heart's corrupting you completely. You're screwed.
Well, this is only to be expected when you're friends with Silent. You know?
True. It's kind of requirement, actually.
Just kind of.
Why I'm like that too. So.
Yeah, of course. She affected the both of us. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. How you doing, Lulu?
Long day of work.
Yeah.
Decompressing.
Yeah. I feel that. I literally got up today, had medication, and passed the fuck out, apparently. And then I woke up and my brain feels all squinchly. Like it's like I have like a hand pressing upon like my forehead, but it's like touching my brain. But it doesn't hurt, but it's just like uncomfortable.
So good.
It's uncomfortable.
It's been a non-stop week for me.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to have break time.
Oh, I did have a break at the beginning of the week. And then following the break, I went right back to non-stop work. I do it to myself. So one of my coworkers left at the beginning of the week. So all their cases had to go to everyone else in the office. And I took up most of the cases because I'm the senior paralegal.
Oh.
But also, I decided to do a lot of work on Eden this week as well, on top of that, because I'm an idiot.
Well, you gotta put that work in sometime, but the problem is that with your job, it's kind of hard to find a balance, right?
Yeah. But
you
I
don't
can
really
proudly say that I've now gone over all the apps. So,
oh shit!
all the apps that are currently in.
Do those close anytime soon?
No, no, no.
Okay, good.
That'll be announced before we close. Well in advance.
Okay, good. Because I have a couple people who are interested in ogling.
No, I do not work at the DMV. Oh my god, that would be awful.
Bro.
No, I work at a far saner place, a law office.
Is it though? Is it really?
I have dealt with the DMV for my law office because it's such a problem. I don't think you understand how confused the Department of Revenue for the state is that they don't understand how to work with themselves. I've literally had to clarify their own actions to their own departments because they don't communicate, and the DMV is part of that. It's a problem.
Fuck, dude. I've only had to deal with like the DMV only a couple times ever. And it wasn't for anything particularly huge, so I was pretty in and out because my parents like to actually apply in advance before you actually go in, so you don't have to have like sit in line for like 2 hours.
My local DMV is so bad that I go to one literally 2 counties away to do all my DMV stuff.
Wow.
And you know what? Every time I go to that DMV, I'm in and out in 15 minutes. They have like a whole system with a number thing, and it's great. You go to my local DMV, you're going to be there for 4 hours, and you're not going to get what you want.
Wow, what? That's
It
fucking
is
crazy.
awful in my local area.
Wow, Jesus. Oh gosh, it's actually difficult to focus. Like I'm focusing too much, Lulu.
Good,
Like,
so I was right. 4 hours of talking.
no. Well, maybe. I don't mind talking, honestly, because whenever I do talk, it's a very good time. I, in general, just miss talking to my community, just in general. I should finish this game sometime, though, because then I can get back to Trails of Cold Steel. And I'm really craving Trails of Cold Steel, but I'm a completionist, and I like to finish the games I start.
Yeah. That's why you're going to suffer with Cold Steel. You need breaks from it because it's so long.
I picked up this game because I thought it would be easier on me because it said it was fully voice acted. They neglected to inform me that the narration inside of their head isn't voice acted.
Isn't voice acted, yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, oh, well, I mean, it's not as bad because at least I can voluntarily choose voices that aren't as taxing.
Mm-hmm.
But it still gets you after a while. I don't know what it is about reading out text that makes, like, for some reason, the voices that I do a lot more strenuous compared to just having ones that I can do and I do for hours, like in Ascension Academy, and I have no issue at all. Like, if I can talk in Vavina's voice for 2 days straight.
I can give you this secret ploy. You know, I tried to give it as a hit last time I was in on this game. The secret ploy is you put on a copyright-free noir track. You pick a calm noir voice, and you use that voice for every character.
The game has its own music, Lulu.
Calm noir track.
Oh my god. Oh, Gale, that hits a certain way. You know, if you ever want to, you can join. You can join if you want. I love you and I miss you. Ooh.
Best believe, Gale, though, when Immortal Empires comes out for Warhammer, we're gonna be playing a fuck ton.
Oh my gosh, I want to join and just lurk, because while I don't play, I love listening to you guys play.
I will teach you how to play.
Oh no, this is dangerous, Lulu. Dangerous.
It is a long game.
Gale, they have to listen to my dumbass fucking voice. I think you're fine. You're fine.
If they put up with me, I think we're gonna be good. I just randomly come in every once in a while and cause mischief.
Gale, you don't know them, but if Savage can come in here and my chat can take it, I think you're fine.
Oh yeah, you're safe. You're safe. Savage comes in random rants about California, so you know you can come and chill and just vibe.
All right.
Or you can come and talk about the geopolitical state of an area you've never lived in and have no no actual direct knowledge of, like Savage does. I'm okay with that too.
Where are you going? Join just any general voice channel, and I'll give you the VIP role, and then you'll be able to see the channel that Lulu and I are in, and just join yourself. Just like join Voice Lounge 1. It doesn't have a 1, but it has nothing there. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. No roles, no nothing. Get in here, you VIP good boy. Just come here. Come here. I want to hear your voice. It's been so long. Just gotta scroll down. Hi, Gail.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I mean, this morning my government imploded, so I'm doing fantastically.
Whoa!
It's been a joy to watch.
I mean, my country's been doing that every fucking day for different reasons, so I feel it.
Like our own country of blackjack and hookers.
Is that what Texas
Oh
is?
wait, that's just the Netherlands.
Well, there's the answer. We all need to move to the Netherlands.
I love
here for
how
it.
your avatar is just pouring tea, so I'm just gonna position you in such a way to make it look like I'm pouring tea.
He's pouring the tea that I'm currently drinking.
Exactly, I'm pouring you a new cuppa. Where is my blob? I need to make it on top.
I'm gonna make several Warhammer fans angry by letting them know that I don't know anything about 40k. I am a strictly Warhammer fantasy person. And that is the highest level blasphemy.
That is perfectly okay.
I am grabbing the cup. And
I-
pouring you a cup of tea. There we go.
Yes, wonderful.
Excellent. As a majesty of as a subject of Her Majesty the Queen and a true tree-drinking imperial, I approve of spreading tea to everyone.
Yes. I still haven't found tea that I actually like wholesale. I just need to keep
That's
trying more
fair.
variety packs.
That is
As an Irishman, I'll accept my tea. But be very angry about it. I played dwarves, or been favoring Cathay lately because they're interesting and new. I like defensive races.
I have no idea what I would like. I've never
What
played a game like it.
race would Christy like?
I mean, I know what I like from a lore perspective.
You would like the goblins, absolutely.
I think Christy would
Mostly
like
because they
Skaven.
have a giant spider. You would love the Skaven because they are essentially bugkin rats.
I already know what the Skaven are, and I adore them.
They are literally bugkin rats.
Also,
Um,
I think Christy would just love the way they speak.
Oh, I know,
Yes.
I know. Yes, stabby, stabby.
Yes, exactly.
Stabby. Stab, good, yes.
Pretty much.
I think if I had to pick a race in fantasy, though, that I think that Christy would relate to well, it's probably the chaos god that I relate to the most as well, which is Zeech,
Yes.
What's that one?
the chaos god of change.
Woo! Oh, I'm intrigued.
Yes, they're fun. They're very fun. They just basically cause political chaos for the sake of causing political chaos often.
It's Ranger Savage?
No, it's worse. It's Ranger Savage with the ability to do something about it.
Oh, perfect.
I feel like I'm gonna call him from the void and he's gonna come out of nowhere with like, I heard you. Call my name. Are you ready for a debate, Lulu?
We have said his name 3 times. He's gonna fucking appear in the mirror.
Ranger Savage, Ranger Savage, Ranger Savage.
No!
Ah, yes, the Tyranids. That's from 40k. I know the name. I know nothing about them.
I just know that they're bugs, and that they're in space, and that they have Zerg tactics, and they are similar to Bugkin in certain ways. But more OP. Only because they have space travel, though.
I'm gonna be honest, I relate a lot to what I think the Bugkin are, straight to what I know of the Zergs from StarCraft Universe.
Yeah.
Because the mentality is so similar.
You know, the funny thing is that I actually didn't even watch that movie before I made the book.
It's not a movie, but thank you for hurting me physically.
That's right. It's a part of a different series.
It's a
Aw,
video game.
It's a video game. I'm sorry, man. I just know the memes. I'm doing my part.
You are doing your part.
It's okay. Even if I'm cringe for now, I will be informed, and it's okay.
It's okay. You weren't in the RTS game. I am. It's fine. I'll just cry over here alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lulu.
There'll never be another StarCraft, and I love the series, so it's such a sad day.
Undead Army and Fantasy. Oh well, I do love me some Skelly boys.
Isn't there the Necrons in 40K?
Yeah, they're like undead aliens, which pretty pog champion. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you do love your Skelly boys,
I do
but
love
there
my
is
Skelly boys.
honestly just Nagash in Fantasy, who is the fucking god of death boy. I don't think he's actually a god, but he sure fucking makes it out to be one.
He likes to say he is.
Yeah,
That's good enough for me.
and he basically created the vampires.
Even better. The Necron are Terminators, so they're like zombie. I'm sorry, they're like undead robots. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
bud. Fuck yeah. Going out for a rip, are you, bud? Going out for a rip? I'm sorry. I fucking
You're
heard that.
offending so many people right now.
What? No, that's dude. I lived in Minnesota when I grew up.
Don't you know?
So like, don't you know?
Look,
Oof,
just because I was
like-
born and raised in Southern Alabama doesn't mean I can put in the most obvious Southern accent and destroy my own people, okay?
It's not destroying them if that's actually how they talk, Lulu. I grew up.
I mean, yeah,
I grew
you're
up
right.
with them.
You're right.
Fucking love that song. Is it copyrighted? I'm checking
If
if
we-
that song is copyrighted.
If we were to talk in our heritage tongues, this VC would be a vocal diagram of the farthest reaches of the English language.
Dude, imagine
Considering
me.
I come from the deep country, you come from the far north, and Gail is obviously from Britain.
Dude, I was. It gets even more complicated because my dad's like an Italian immigrant, so like,
Oh, glorious.
and I was actually like, I believe I was born in Italy while we were visiting his family, and
Nice.
I was brought back to the U.S.
I mean, if there was any justice in the world, Lulu, I would have a proper Irish accent. But hey, you know, there was no bloody work in Ireland at the time, so Dad came over here and shit happened.
No, it's copyrighted. I can't play it. I'm sad. Going out
Yeah.
for a rip, are you, bud? Going out for a rip? Damn, it's a really good song.
Yeah. I am bilingual. I speak Southern and I speak Yankee. They are two different languages, trust me.
I wish I was bilingual. Pretty much the rest of my family is. I'm like the one that missed it.
I am attempting to learn Irish. It is incredibly difficult.
My father is from New Orleans, and I learned a little bit of Creole when I was younger, so I'm very used to Creole accents. Such a unique, interesting, weird fucking mismatch of languages. It's like super fake French. People think Quebecois is bad. They have no idea how weird Creole is.
I'm sorry. Whenever I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what that is, and every single time you said it, my brain just immediately thought you were talking about Crayola crayons.
Creole is
What is it?
in Louisiana. You know, Louisiana was a French. It was a French province,
Oh,
and New Orleans and the area are French heritage, which is why it is the only state in the Union who does not have common law. They have Roman law,
oh.
and that's
Oh,
why they have
interesting.
parishes in Louisiana instead of counties. It's like a whole different legal system in Louisiana. It's very unique. but it's also a massive French influence, which is where you get Creole, which is a mix of French and English. And like Daver said, a few other things. It's got a bunch of influences. It is a super unique culture.
Huh. Interesting. Today I learned
Yep.
something. Oh, hi, 404. I hope you had a good stream. What did you do? So many gummies. My alert stopped working at some point. But honestly, the gummies are probably a better sound for it because I just immediately latch on. It's like, what the fuck happened? Especially for raids. I don't miss raids anymore. At least when I'm not in VR anyway. Gosh. You're extra salty at MechWarrior Online and talked about character stuff and game mechanics? Oh, cool!
Oh, my day just got infinitely better.
Oh?
Have you ever played Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes! And there's bards! There's bards now!
There's bards and gnomes now.
There's bards!
Bards
There's
and
bards!
gnomes.
There's bards!
Yep.
I want to play with a bard!
Christy, if ever you wish to play, you let me know.
You want to play right
I
now?
will join you. Oh my god, sure.
Okay!
We just doing this
The
impromptu?
gameplay's insane!
This has just become a completely different gaming stream.
I am a bard. Bard! You know?
You update my game.
Yeah, me too. I'm updating it as well. Oh man, it's so nice to. Omni, thank you for gifting a sub to Sion.
No, we're not playing the letter today.
I guess not.
Oh, I was wrong. It's not 4 hours of talking.
It's not 4
Suddenly we're
hours of
playing
talking.
Baldur's Gate 3.
No, we're playing the game, but we're playing a different game.
Fuck it.
That's fair, Sion. You put in too much unpaid labor, actually. I'd feel bad. I appreciate everything you do, though. Oh, God damn it. Ow! Nice hair. I see you, 404. You're not sneaky. You're not sneaky.
I'm not
Zone
sneaky,
Air.
but I have to change all my inputs because I forgot they were still going to the index.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, someone said the magic word of playing Baldur's Gate, which
Huh?
I'm now reinstalling because I never did that after I changed my machine up, and I went, I didn't have a good time with that playing solo. But now it's just an excuse to go make horrible characters, and I really do love going into Barbie character design with swords. So wait a minute.
Sorry. They have
Wait a minute,
Bards. It's a particular weakness of mine.
First off, it's a monster seduction specialist. It's not a bard. Second
Well,
off,
it's both. You can be both.
well, it could be, but I was going to say, what happens if it's an all bard party? Does that mean it's like a ska band?
Well, then what you do, I've actually had a D&D game where it was like that, and what you do is every single time you enter combat, you snap, and just slowly approach people aggressively.
Oh, yeah. When you're a bard all the way from your first improved trip. You can just it just rolls, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow, this update's gonna actually
Watch
take a
yourself,
bit.
Polygon.
I mean,
We might not be playing for a while, folks, because, oh man.
40 gigabyte update.
It is a 40 gigabyte update, and the Steam servers are
I
having
mean,
a time.
that is Larian.
I mean,
It is
I've
Larian. That is
downloaded 10
Larian
gigs
for
so
us.
far. Catch up to my Fios, peasants.
Well, I'm streaming.
Listen, I'm in the mountains. You cannot expect that from me.
Maybe we can finish the letter.
Maybe we can.
also, just wait until they're going to. They need to surely add half orc at some point. Just wait then. 'Cause
Oh,
then
yeah.
you can do a half orc all bard party. You can be an orchestra.
You don't
I
understand how
love
here
you
I am
so
for that.
much.
Just to run around as a bunch of half orcs assaulting people with banjos, right?
Yo.
Oh, that's so good.
Damn it, Gale, you need to have VR already so I can drag you into all the role plays. When you can afford it, of course. But still.
Soon. Very soon.
Very
Another
soon. Ooh.
another couple of months and
Ooh.
I'll be another couple of months I'll be out of financial debt and I will have a lot more money to throw around.
Oh, exciting.
Nice.
Omni, thank you for the 5 gifted
Nice.
subs. Thank you. Also, that's poggers because that
Chrono
means
Gear,
that you could
we're not
actually.
getting into that.
Because that means in theory you could apply for Lulu's RP.
I was gonna say, you know, Lulu, not for nothing, a certain universal figure was plugging you hard the other night on Nightcast, and now you have my full attention, and I want to know more. I wish to know more. My desire to know more intensifies.
Oh yeah.
You'd like
have
me to give you the spiel?
Yes,
Oh, dude,
spiel me,
Lord Jump,
spiel me
Lord
right in my
Jump,
face.
Let's go.
All right, let me regale you with a tale.
Okay, I have to put on proper music for this.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna get tucked in and get some like hot chocolate, man.
I'm not.
Oh, go.
I'm not in prime storytelling mood, but I will give you the lore. So imagine a world that is well past its prime, a magical world that's lost its luster. The technology was advanced enough to save the last people from the coming destruction, but not enough to save everyone. What remains of the world are the last few remnants on moving magical cities that are doing their best to survive.
I mean, until you got to the movie Magical City part, I'm going, this sounds really like New Jersey where I'm from. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah. No, understandable.
Yeah. Like everything's
so-
kind of decaying and falling apart. The best of times have already ended. Okay. Oh, but you have a transit system that works. I see. That's where it's magical. I get it.
Well, there's a transit city that works, and the city is a transit system.
I like so what. Okay, so I'm kind of getting what was that movie with the predatory cities?
No idea.
You're thinking of Mortal Engines, which
Mortal Engines.
was a movie, but before it was a movie, is actually a book.
Okay.
Which
Before
is
it's a bad
somewhat
movie,
yes,
it was a good book series.
correct. Which is somewhat yes, but the actual inspiration comes from an anime,
What was the anime?
Chrome Shell Regios.
Chrome Shell?
Chrome Shelled Regios. Yes.
Oh.
Looking this up now because I haven't
Well,
heard
now
of this
I
one.
have to watch it for homework, Lulu.
A little bit.
Yes. So that was
The
my
That's a
Conscious
white-haired
City.
character. It's perfect. Okay.
yeah.
It's gonna be all good. I thought it
Oh,
was
that was the
Trails
initial
of Cold
concept.
Steel was the inspiration.
Oh.
Trails is, so there are a lot of inspirations I've included in the lore creation. The team who runs the RP is myself as lore lead. We have Calcifer, who many people know from many other role plays as a great DM and a lovely storyteller. Foot Knight, who's done a lot of stuff in Callus or Indie, and then Gang RP, and then Skullamancer, who also has his own role play and has been assisting in some capacities with Indie and other things as well.
He's also
So
Bile in Ascension Academy.
he is also Bile at Ascension Academy. And Foot Knight is Callus, and Hal is Victor. We're all at Ascension Academy.
I dig it. This sounds dope.
404.
Yes.
I'm the arms specialist, which is basically their super omega magical items maker. But it's Magitech.
You're the one who wants to put the big shiny button on things.
Yes! And I'm a sweet boy. Do you want to know his voice?
I would love to know the sweet boy's voice.
Hello, my name is Clint Carbuncle. I'm going to be your teacher today. I'm going to teach you about how the different types of magical batteries for which to power your arms.
Already. This sounds this character sounds like a cinnamon roll, and I'm here for it already.
You're correct. He's the first lawful good character I played in a long time.
Tell you from personal experience, because Clink is a reprised role, that Clink is the goodest boy. And Gail, you know Clink, because you experienced Clink. He's coming back, and I'm so happy. I love him so much.
You have to come play.
Oh, what? Okay, the obvious question, which is always the killer for me. What is the time zone requirement? Because early morning East Coast jobber.
So I work a 9 to 5 myself. So it's probably going to be an 8 CST start. Right now we're looking at possibly Sunday, possibly Thursday. at an 8
Okay,
CST
this
start.
becomes doable.
Right?
So the actual setting for the roleplay itself to focus on what it actually be exploring, it's going to be focused around a group called the Magus Warden Corps, which is the people who are directly involved with the specific protection of the cities. So the actual specialists who are trained to fight the magical beast on the front lines before they actually get to the cities.
Oh, I've already had like a character voice start coming into my brain. Why? What? Why do I have to hang out with cool people with good ideas that make me want to do more cool shit? God damn you all!
Look, 404, you're not part of many RPs. You got to fill that schedule somehow.
You know what it is? I'm totally just getting like the John Wayne tired gunslinger, just sort of like, yeah, we're gonna have to go back out there again and get their dumbass, aren't we?
So it's also going to be generally focused, at least for the player characters, it's going to be generally focused on a new generation coming in. I think of it like a college program almost, like an ROTC program, sort of, where they're being trained because this is a specialist corps. It's not necessarily the military, but it's military styled.
Gotcha.
So the primary focus for the actual players, at least for the first part, is going to be actually creating their own unique weapons in the roleplay in character.
Oh,
So-
that's some good shtick, and that'll get them invested in it too.
Yeah.
Correct. And it'll make their weapon have their own personal flair and their own uniqueness for them inside the world versus them having to tie their kit to something before they even come in. They can build their kit in the world, which I think will make people more invested on a personal level.
I agree. No, absolutely, because you start getting like that actual emotional investment in it, not just like mechanical investment, and that's a huge difference.
And something that I'm really excited about, and I talked about this on the podcast. Hi, honey Escobar, I love you. But he's actually employing the same like NPC system or a similar NPC system to ATK, where all of the NPCs are actually characters.
Oh, the
which is something
persistent
I
NPC.
fucking wish other roleplays did. I fucking wish other roleplays did that.
I'm gonna get out my soapbox very briefly, just so I can say I'm so happy that was an idea that I championed very hard coming from live action role playing about what a difference it makes to a gameplay space, and I'm really glad that it was listened to and everyone has adopted it so hard. Which I guess is the obvious question. Then, are you looking for NPCs
as far
or
as you think? 404. As far as I am aware, ATK is the only RP that it presently exists that actually does that.
in VR space? Yeah, there's a few live action role plays that do it, and
I mean like in the VR space.
Oh, in a VR space.
I can tell you that is not fully true.
Oh yeah.
Because I got the inspiration not from ATK but from Adventure Roleplay.
Really?
Where they put a huge emphasis when I was doing DMing for them. They put a large emphasis on making sure that when you were not doing NPC work, you were playing characters and flushing out the story in the back end, which I loved, and I wanted to do that. But ATK did it. I think ATK does it superbly well. That was another reason for me to be like, yeah, this is absolutely something you should do.
Hi, Com.
And then, yeah.
Nerdy lore shit, RP shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
I guess the question is at that point, Lou, are you looking for more NPC roles or players?
Huh?
Looking for what? So a big thing for me is I want people to try and do what they want to do. So I want you to look at it and tell me what you want to do. I will send you the link to the Discord.
Please do, but I think Miss Yu will vouch for me in saying that I'm the best scene dressing you'll ever have.
He is a very fun role player.
We have a few different levels of characters. So obviously we have the player characters who will be the main cast, similar to, I guess, like the cadets in ATK.
Yeah.
And then we have the NPCs who are just like your day-to-day people on campus, and then we have specific named NPCs, which are going to be like the wardens who come in who've already graduated, or reoccurring political members in the city, stuff like that, who have more impact. So those are the sort of different tiers. And then obviously there's the instructor characters, which are sort of like advanced named NPCs
Yeah.
as well.
Was I could have sworn that you said that people could like apply as like NPC little like workers as well. Like I know that there are going to be people who are going to
Yes.
apply as engineers for like under my guy, for instance.
So they don't necessarily need to apply for that. That's just going to be more of like a loose. When you're not doing NPC stuff, you can play that character, doing engineer stuff under you, and it'll be regulated by the admin team to make sure we have not 100 people in the engineering bay
Right?
doing engineering stuff.
That is always a concern when we have to do the load balancing of the NPC core
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
Of like, how many people showed up for security tonight? Okay, some of you got to be doctors. Come on.
But if an NPC is showing up regularly and playing that character of theirs, especially if they become a character that is beloved by the
Oh, yeah.
player characters, and it becomes a story thing that the player characters get invested to, then yeah, absolutely, you're probably going to end up finding yourself becoming named NPC because you've given you a story that people have become invested in.
That's the one that you hurt to cause the players pain.
Oh, absolutely, you get it.
Don't touch my babies!
I may have acquired a certain moniker for Type 2 fun. Let's just leave it at that. You say like, oh yeah, go play something. Like I'm thinking to myself, how many worlds can Cletus the janitor exist in?
I would suggest not repeating your character.
No, I'm joking. I'm not serious. That's
Okay. You have to understand that there are some people who are new role players, and I don't want to give them bad advice.
No, that
So,
is yeah.
like,
Well,
what might be easy to read as a joke for you might not be for other people.
There is that certain monkey see, monkey do thing that happens on occasion, and I have to be a good monkey.
Yeah, be a good monkey.
Got to be a good monkey. The best
I'm a
of
bad
monkeys,
monkey.
honestly. Hey, what's your gig check looking like? Because I've already downloaded 77 gigs.
Listen here, you monster. I'm on 14.
I'm at 10, but I'm also streaming, so it hits a little different.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm at 28%, but 10 gigs. There we go.
Got it.
This RP is
What
called
if you
Eden
did want
Lost.
to do? Yes, it is called Eden Lost.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am
Eden
at a
being the
number
world's
out of-
name, and it being that it's lost. Because I'm creative.
What? No, it's got good flair.
Yeah.
Okay. Beyond Eden, I also have another character that's on the way, which, if you guys aren't into cinnamon rolls, I finally am playing a pretty bad, evil bad boy. I don't know where he's gonna end up, because it's a concept that I'm gonna pretty much I find a place for him inside of like a private roleplay space, or I just throw him in the metaverse, whichever happens. But it's very nice. If Eden lost, who won? No one.
The magical beast.
The magical beast. That's true.
When they killed most everyone.
They killed everybody.
Ah, the smorgasbord. The smorgasbord won.
Yeah. BBG won. We're all just living in his world now.
Wow.
But those are the funnest role plays, man.
I mean, it's not even technically untrue.
Yeah.
Just that the BBG in this case just happens to be a hive rather than a person.
Yo, it's a hive. That hits different.
It's
It
not
actually
actually a hive.
Okay. I was about to be like, oh, because I'm
I'm
thinking
not
about
going to
things
reveal
that you
anything
and I
about
know.
the BBGs for the character.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah, no.
My poor
That stuff is
conspiracy
still
brain
super
would go
quiet, yeah.
wild, Lulu. Wild.
As of current, the plans for which we have for the actual storyline of the RP, only 4 people know, and
is
only
literally
4
just
people
the team.
shall know for a long while. Yeah, it is just the admin team.
Yeah.
The map makers don't even fully know yet because we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. All that I know is what could logistically be one in terms of model resources because I just keep throwing stuff at them.
Indeed. It's fine. It's fine. That's what they have offered their time for, and I love them. They are amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to all the model makers who come onto these projects and then just go, yes, please give me your character sheet in a Google Doc, and I will make this a thing. And yeah.
We have an amazing content creation team who I shout out often, who are just fucking rocking it. People who do model work for us for the teachers, for the creatures we're going to be doing, and then we have an amazing map team, which I will shout specifically Silent, Lone, and Necrobot, who are all fucking amazing people, rock stars, who are helping us make the map and doing some really cool stuff with it. Yeah. There's my spiel.
Good spiel. But yes, that is the RP that I've been hyper fixating on
Damn good spiel.
for a long time.
Well, now I'm like
If
looking
you
at the
all
lore
want-
channel, just like, I will digest all of this.
The lore
And
is
if you
so
want
good.
the deep lore, I did all of this, made this entire roleplay just to get Christy to continue playing Cold Steel.
Okay.
That's not true, but it is the
But that
meme.
was a byproduct. Little Lulu literally made this RP. I read the lore and I'm like, oh my god, it makes me think of Trails of Cold Steel. And it's like, yeah, that was one of the inspirations that I literally went ... I'm gonna play it again. And that's why I started playing it again. Because I was hyper fixating on the RP, so I had to put that into something, which was the game, which is a very good game.
It's a
Oh,
very good
man.
game. It's a lovely series. When the next portion of the series comes out, you may not see me for a minute.
He's just gonna go dark.
I may
for
just
3 weeks.
disappear. I may just go dark for 3 weeks. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to 100% that game.
Valid. I am hyper. What time is it? When did I first take the medication?
In an hour.
That's right. You posted about that on the Twatters. How's that hitting you?
Second day way worse than the first. First day I was like perfect focus and everything felt like nice. Like I was just like, oh wow, I can just like do things. That's cool. Today, I took the medication. I immediately passed out on the couch. Like I felt like I was like, oh my god, I am going to pass out. I just woke up. Why is this happening? I touched the couch and then I was out for hours. And then I woke up and it felt like someone was pressing like a hand, like their entire ass hand over my forehead, but it was touching my brain. And I could focus too much on everything that I was seeing to the point where I like couldn't think. It was really bleh.
Forever.
It's getting
Yeah.
a little bit better now, but I think that's because I'm coming off of it. So I'll probably have to take another soon. Probably, I think I had it at 2, I think. So I should probably have it like in an hour, yeah. Because I sleep at like 3 a.m., so.
Yeah, it's a mood.
What is sleep?
As the middle-aged person in the call, sleep is delightful. It's why I log out of roleplays early.
But RP's my addiction.
I had an entire rant about that tonight, about how upset I am that I never get to participate in the actual social portion of the night.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I feel that in a deep mood. As a 9 to 5 worker most of the time,
Yep.
I lose my energy so quickly. The issue is, when I lay down and go to sleep, I just don't. I'm an
It reminds
insomniac.
me of-
So-
Lulu, people with ADHD are supposed to not be able to sleep, right? But I do. Too easily, in fact. Like, I will fall asleep at the wheel if I drive for longer than 15 minutes.
You fall asleep on stream if we let you. I've seen you do it before.
Do you think that's because of highway hypnosis, or?
Well, I mean, that is definitely a factor, but it's not the only thing, because I can lay down on the couch having fully slept and I can
You're just a
sleep
cat.
for like literally 24 hours if
You're
I am
literally
on the
just a
couch
cat.
long enough. Yeah.
I mean literal house cat. I found that the thing that
I-
always got me, like certain types of transportation would knock me the fuck out. It's like if I get on a bus or a
Yeah.
train, I'm out instantly.
Yeah, I fall asleep in cars very, very, very fast, even when I'm not driving. My poor honey.
I
There-
don't.
Yeah, no, I do. I sleep too easily, and it's kind of scary.
I get car sick if I'm in a car for more than like literally 10 minutes. So I just never. I'm just like sitting with my head to the back of the seat in front of me, just like, God, let me die.
Oh, yeah. For me, the brain injury sort of side effects with the depth perception issues mean I really can't drive safely.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
So usually my partner winds up doing a lot of the driving, but that means it's like, okay, we have to pick a podcast that we can both be invested into. So next thing it's like
Right.
6 hours of the entertainment value of torture in medieval Europe, and we're those people.
No wonder you like
That
type 2 fun.
sounds so entertaining.
I can pass you that podcast. It's called Painfotainment. It was in the
Oh my
Hardcore History series. Yes, they literally. Well, they get. I will warn you. It gets very graphic because he goes into the descriptions of like how there was the legal amount of torture you had to be allocated for your crime, and then they go into very like historic descriptions of it, and it's like, oh, this is real. This is serious. But I really enjoyed it.
I
What does
mean,
that say about us?
I do similar things sometimes. I'm really curious about like old torture methods and things of that sort.
I'm a true crime mom, so
It was that the other one that we really got into recently, as I'm just stalling for time while people to get downloads. There was a thing which was essentially going into all of the stories behind weird one-off songs and the bands that have them. So now we know more about the hit single Surfing Bird and the Trashmen than we ever wanted to, which was actually a bizarre fucking roller coaster of a ride. But now Behind the Bastards has our full attention because that's when it basically goes, hi, this is why some person from history is a complete bastard. Like
Every
we got
monarch.
we got through the one on the John J. Audubon, and that was like, oh, that was eye-opening. But now they're doing one on Robert Moses, and we're like, yes, fuck that guy.
Also, yeah, like nights. I literally can't do anything to keep myself awake. It's really frustrating, actually, because anything that would normally keep me awake just actually makes me fall asleep. Like I can't have coffee. My medication, which says that should give me insomnia right now, knocks me out. It's hard to. What do I do? What do I do? You just can't. I can't win. I can't win.
You do cocaine. That's how
No.
You know, because mixing your uppers with more uppers, and then Christie's heart explodes. And
I'm
Ah,
legally obligated to inform you.
that is a
It'll be
joke.
fine.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no, it actually is a thing that you need to legally inform Conf. You gotta be careful about.
No,
joking. Oh shit! Right.
Lord Amazon does not approve of your casual use of recreational pharmaceuticals.
I made recently. The streamer Ludwig actually had a live stream where he did his Mogul Money show live, and one of the people on stage were advocating for doing cocaine, and he got a lot of flack for that. So it's actually
Yeah.
something that people need to watch out for.
Yeah, don't do illegal drugs. And
Yes.
if marijuana helps you out, go to a state that is legal.
The same for, you know, the mild hallucinogenics.
Yeah, I heard that mushrooms are actually super, super helpful for people who have PTSD, like just in general.
Hypothetically speaking, because we would never talk about advocating for illegal drug use on a TOS channel, but hypothetically speaking, if an
mushrooms are legal, I thought. At least
depends on your state.
medicinally. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it depends on your state. The psilocybin
I'm talking
mushrooms
about
are
the stuff
not.
that's like sick,
Yeah.
like you're given a prescription for. By the way, chat, prescription shit.
Prescription, yeah. If you can get one of those, it's great. But the microdosing factor is in fact extremely good for certain brain weasels. I may have heard anecdotally.
My favorite book to read: anything from Brandon Sanderson.
You did be pretty good.
Mistborn is my favorite so far, but I'm going through oh shit, what's it called? I'm bringing up my phone. I have an audiobook. What's it called? What are you called? I'm gonna scream. Oathbringer. Very good.
Yep.
But anything from Brandon Sanderson is also amazing. Just everything from there. But highly recommend Mistborn if you're getting into him in particular.
I still need to read more of his stuff. I found out about him because he finished Wheel of Time.
Hmm.
And that was like my first introduction to his writing, and it was just really good.
Wait, Brandon Sanderson made Wheel of Time?
He finished it up
Yeah.
when the series, because the original author passed away.
So he finished up the last 3.5 books, basically.
That's... Oh, that hits different. Well,
Yeah.
damn good person to pick it up.
Meanwhile,
he-
we're all
he was
looking
a
at
super
Patrick
fan.
Rothfuss, being like, "When is the next book coming out?"
Meanwhile, people looking at George R. R. Martin, they're all dead. They all died of old age.
I think George R. R. Martin even made fun of it himself, where he's like, "If I don't finish the last book is just going to be, and there's all their tombstones, the ashes waving upon them."
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a sucker, even all these years later, of the Rick Riordan books.
What are
Oh
those
yeah, no,
ones?
they're just
always
they're just
enjoyed
genuinely
them.
really good.
The Percy Jackson series and all the
Oh,
related literature.
yeah.
Dude, I can't wait for the
Specific-
show.
Specifically, the Magnus one. I really loved the Norse books. They were very fun, but also they actually had characters that talked about things like trans rights and how that's
Yo!
important. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, he's doing it. I was like, that was so cool.
cool.
Yeah, Rick Riordan's
Let's
sick.
go.
He's apparently very heavily involved in the Disney Plus show. Like he's been, I think he's
Oh,
like
wow.
a producer, an executive producer, or something on it. So I have hopes that one will turn out good.
Well, considering how upset he was after the movies, I think
Yeah.
he's gonna want to be involved.
I mean,
He was
deservedly
very
so.
upset. Yeah.
Of course, let's see how long it takes before Disney takes them off of the project, because that hasn't happened before, right?
Disney at least has been
Yeah.
better about it than Fox.
Oh, that's
I
true.
Oh, you
mean-
know, Fox doesn't know how to handle any projects. They botched all the good shows, and all their bad shows went on for 10 seasons more than they should have. Fox.
And then
really-
Disney purchased them.
So, speaking of weird Disney things and weird Disney censorship, did you ever read Alex Hirsch's tweets about the weird censorship things he would get back from Disney from
Yes,
Gravity
they're
Falls?
amazing.
That's magic.
I love the one where he was talking about the spin the bottle,
Yeah.
and he couldn't get them to approve of having any references to spin the bottle, so he asked to change it to what was it, S&P not approved.
Yes.
And they said that they didn't like that, and then he said, "What? How is that inappropriate? Give me a list of the ways that this is inappropriate for my audience." So then he got the message back: "S&P not approved is approved by S&P." That's fucking amazing.
It's such a roller coaster of him fighting with this really bizarro censorship thing.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Oh my god, the one where they didn't want Zeus to be in a bear costume because they didn't want people to think he was a furry, and then 2 years later they made Zootopia.
Not for nothing, but I feel like a theme park that has people running around in mouse and duck outfits without pants doesn't have a leg to stand on, accusing
Yeah.
people of
It's just hilarious because they turned around and 2 years later made Zootopia of all movies.
The fact that I can see misused model moving and I'm going, is that a cat getting pet? It looks like a
Oh
cat
no, I'm
getting
cleaning
pet.
my glasses. There's smudges.
Oh, they looked at you were head patting my icon.
I was really excited that Mochi showed up and was like, "Love me now."
Well, they're sleeping upstairs right now, but I'm sure they'll come by, and once they do, I'll put on a cat cam. My door is just wide open for them, so.
Oh, they are getting so lanky.
They're not even lanky, dude. They're fucking buff. Lemon is the most jacked cat I've seen within healthy parameters, of course.
Got it. But they're still
They
babies,
had to
babies.
look
They got
at
some
Yeah, I
weight
know.
to put on them.
They have the whole rest of their life to grow bigger. Bengals are fucking huge. Hold on, let me
Yeah, they get
give you a
big.
picture. Bengal size.
As the former owner of two Bengals, I can confirm.
They're big babies. Big babies.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on my stream, so you might have to pull it up.
He's gonna be a buff lord.
I miss my cat so damn much.
Oh, big. So big. I'm just gonna put it in my normal pictures folder. Just gonna pull it out. I don't know who this lady is, but this is a Bengal kitty. Picture. Oh god, my dyslexia. There we go. Kitty! And then pick it up. I'm struggling, man. Medication and this task is not working well together.
Now your pixel.
I am doing the best that I can. There it is. Look at how huge. Look at how fucking big. These are how big my babies are gonna get. It's a big cat. Big
It's a
cat.
chonker.
No, it's not even
Squeaky.
chonky. That's the funny thing. They're muscular.
They're
They're gonna be
long.
muscular.
They're long cats.
They're very big. Not all not all Bengals get that big. Yeah, of course it varies, but like it's like this is the that's common. It's fucking bonkers. Goodness.
Say on the topic of books, I had to look it up because there's a series that I read some time ago, but it's still stuck in my head. It's just like a series I thoroughly enjoyed for its fantasy. And it's a series by Cinda Williams Chima. It's called the Seven Realms novels, and there's 4 of them, and they're really good. Great fantasy. I just like unique worlds, and they did very good at making their world.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Mistborn, Lulu?
I
Or
haven't.
the Red. You should, and I'm about to convince you right now. Wait, have I given you this spiel before?
Probably.
Okay.
I know you've talked to me about Mistborn before, but I don't know if you've given me the spiel
It
to
has
read
politics and it's good politics.
it. Okay, you sold me.
And it has a magical system that's low fantasy, but it's my favorite magic system I've ever fucking seen. Which says a lot, considering it's low fantasy.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm literally on the Amazon store right now.
I will say though that their audiobook is like the best audiobook I've ever fucking heard. So I'd highly recommend the audiobook if you don't want to hold the physical book. And
Oh, it's literally. Oh no, I do Kindle on my phone. I read it while I'm at work. That's what I do. When I have off time between cases, I'll read.
I mean,
Oh,
some
7
computer
books,
books
nice.
would not be bad though. If the audiobook is that good.
Yeah, no, the audiobook is really fucking good. But,
Speaking
you
of
know, huh?
speaking of audiobooks, over here they are redoing the Terry Pratchett's Discworld books for audiobook.
Oh yeah.
For those who don't know that, you need to read them. For those who do,
Don't
you need
know
to
them.
listen to the audio.
Sell me on it. Sell me on it.
I have opinions, but yes.
I cannot do Discworld justice. I
can. I can
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay,
It is
404,
1:30
sell
in the
me,
morning
sell
and
me,
I'm
sell me.
tired.
Here's what I'm going to sell you on. Sir Terry Pratchett wrote over the course of about 30 years a long-spanning series of books which are not linear, but they fall into a sort of timeline. There are certain storylines that weave around that timeline, but the entire thing is massively satirical of an aspect of society in every single book, and it's always satirical in a way where he is punching up. There's never cheap humor, there's never punching down. And it always satirizes something like Hollywood or, you know, the nature of how death is handled, or it goes on and on and on like this. And it's an incredible, incredible body of work. The one thing I will say, and I say this about a lot of things, is that those books started getting written in the mid 1970s. So some of the humor and social norms isn't what you might want now. I will also argue, though, that as you watch his writing, he evolves progressively over that and adapts that. So you can actually watch the way the nature of satire and the way punching up changes over the course of 30 years through his writing. And it is also some of the tightest, sharpest, funniest goddamn writing you will ever read.
Irvin said, "Do not start with the first 2. Full stop."
Like, I would say, yes, skip The Life Fantastic and The Color of Magic. I would honestly say you could go to the ones in the 90s that were the one-off books, like Pyramids or Reaper Man, and be very satisfied. Honestly, Reaper Man is probably one of the better entry books to the series. And the thing that I love about it is he always writes death as being in this separate font that is always in capitals when death shows up as a character, which is frequently. And it's great. And the person that they actually got to do the voice of death in several of the animations they did, because he heard his voice on the phone and went, "That's my death," was Christopher fucking Lee.
Nice.
So you didn't have to sell it with the satire. All you just had to say is that Death is in it and is a character, and she's sold because she loves bony men.
Oh, you would love this bony man so much because he's so awkward. You know what it is? Death in this is awkwardly trying to understand. Literally, Death in this is awkwardly trying to understand humanity and getting it wrong constantly. And it's beautiful.
Yep, you got her. There you go. There you go.
Yes, put this in the list of awkward bone husbandos we share, Christy. That's where this is at.
She's not good. She's down very bad.
Oh, she's down very well. It gets better though, because without wanting to spoil it, there's a point where basically some shit happens and they have to basically rebuild Death. So every living thing starts getting its own version of Death, but one thing couldn't figure out how to get the correct sort of iconography of how to make its own death. So at one point he turns around and goes, "Ah, and you must be," and it's this tiny rat in a hood with a side going, "Squeak, the death of rats."
And when
It's like
all
Peter
those,
Loki.
and when all those
Oh, wow, it's like I
individual
had a hat on.
rats, when all those individual deaths recombine, the death of rats does not. He remains his own thing.
I love that.
And they have to have an entire argument. No, you cannot get a tiny skeletal horse. Maybe a tiny skeletal terrier.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm so glad you were here, 404, because I would not have been able to do that justice. I can't.
You know what? I'm just gonna go and send you like the first book you can read, and if you want to read some of the other ones, you can. I'm just gonna get that
Does
on
it have an
Amazon. I'll send you a
audiobook
link
for
now.
him?
Almost assuredly, yes.
Good, because I can't read books anymore. My ADHD doesn't let me.
I got you.
It's
Yes,
just in.
it's on
Miss
Audible.
You
There
never
it
learned
is.
how to read.
I do!
I
It's
just
just
never
like
hear
I
you.
just keep rereading the same
I
paragraph
just like trolling
over
you.
and
I'm sorry.
over.
I can't believe the universe is illiterate. Pepe hands.
Ah!
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, all the books are on
literature
Audible.
is a human construct. Of course, the universe is illiterate.
You know what it is?
Imagine
The
just
universe
not
only
being
speaks in pure
telepathic
math.
and just immediately transcribe information just by looking at someone.
Honestly, it doesn't surprise me though. Miss Universe being unable to read books really just is like, now I know why you don't like game systems. I get it. Now I understand that mechanical loathing. Yep, there it is.
Oh, Lulu.
TLDR. Too many tables.
Another thing. Mistborn has like my favorite romance ever, like in any media.
You didn't have to sell me harder. You already had me. I'm
I know.
in, okay?
I know,
I
but
bought
I
the
missed
book
this
But
already.
already.
Lulu, Lulu,
Why-
trust
what-
me when I say you're gonna be a
Get it
sucker
right
for
down.
it. You're gonna be
I
a
bought
sucker
the book
for
already. I'm gonna read it.
it. Yes.
Who wrote it so I can look this up now?
Brandon
Since
Sanderson, Mistborn.
Brandon Sanderson. Yeah. Christy, you just become a book club at this point.
I mean-
look, you need to understand this has happened to every other stream. There's a reason why this title is the way that it is.
yeah, yeah.
Because this is the past 2 streams. This has happened.
I did
I
come
have
in last night
progressed
briefly,
one line
and
of dialogue.
you were on this
3
same
streams.
screen, to be fair.
This is what I get for opening the door and letting my friends come in and make me happy.
Okay, now we're gonna make
God
you
forbid you be happy.
Yeah, no, I just have to be depressed and scared.
Yeah,
What do
as
you
for-
mean? You're about to play a bard.
uh,
Now I get to
As
be
for-
horny!
oh god. As 404 said, all the
As
books
if
As if
are
I
on
need the
Audible.
excuse.
All the books are on Audible. It's just they are redoing them recently, and now there's a much more. They have a separate narrator for each series, but they also have the same voice coming in for Death, no matter which series he's in, if he's in the book. And they have, I think it's Peter Serafinowicz for Death, and they have Bill Nye reading the footnotes in every book, because the footnotes are sometimes just as important as the book itself, because
Oh yeah.
they are genius.
You say they have Bill Nye reading the
Bill
footnotes?
Nye
Bill
is reading the
Nye.
footnotes.
Is that a science guy?
That's
No, the actor. The actor.
And the footnotes are worth the price of admission alone, where he'll mention something, and then there's this half a page of footnotes overly explaining some weird lore detail and why it's goddamn hilarious.
No, not Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the actor.
Nighy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, it's my pronunciation.
Yeah.
It's the one who's played every single awkward scientist and vampire from the last 20
Yes. Okay. I know who you're talking about now.
Oh no, I was gonna say something.
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 There you go.
Oh, right. Brandon Sanderson employs a particular saying for his writing, which I really, really enjoy. He coined it, to be precise, but what he says, and that especially relates to his books, is that there is always another secret. Things are not simply as they seem.
On a bit of a tailspin, just because it's on my mind, because good writing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Umbrella Academy series?
I'm not caught up on the most recent season, but yes!
If you want to watch it, you let me know. It's a ride. I just caught up to the end, and God.
More excuses to hang out with Lulu, let's go!
Yeah.
Yes!
It is a ride.
Yes! I need to.
Without spoiling anything, really, I just want to tell you that somewhere in the third season there is a Footloose scene, and I live for it. I live for it every day. It's in my head constantly.
I can't get fucking running up that hill out of my head because of Stranger Things.
You know,
weird seeing that.
I have actually not seen anything of Stranger Things at all.
Lulu. It's very good.
I have heard that. I've just been like, every time I'm like, yeah, I should get into Stranger Things, I'm like, man, I should do that. And then I get really fucking busy, or Disney keeps coming out with these fucking cool shows. Miss Marvel that I love, and I'm just like, oh. And it keeps distracting me.
I am very late to the whole Disney thing. I am only just now starting watching The Mandalorian.
Oh,
It's
I
okay.
haven't seen The Mandalorian either.
What?
I have to watch it too.
That's good.
Which means I also haven't seen Obi-Wan, which means I'm
I
really
haven't seen
fucking far
Obi-Wan
behind.
either.
It's pretty good.
I mean, in terms of Stranger Things, one thing I would argue.
You're cutting out
better to
404. I
watch-
don't know why.
Oh, I know why.
You see, this is like, it's like telling your homie that they have lettuce in their teeth. You just gotta let them know.
Yeah, it's kind of what happens. In terms of Stranger Things, it's better to watch it with a group of friends because otherwise the pacing can get a little off early on.
You're still going back and forth, my friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a wave.
It's
going
like
up and down and up and
you're
down.
slowly leaning from side to side of your mic, except instead it like actually like goes to a zero.
What if I just do this and turn off the decibel gate?
Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh my goodness, I actually have the bass of your voice now. What the fuck?
Hey.
Hello.
Whoa.
Would you like to come in here and hear role-playing tips from sexy role players?
Don't do that. It makes me feel away.
The answer is yes, by the way.
We're here to help
Yeah,
you
where
find
are
your
they?
character's lore
Where are
and
the sexy role players?
backstory.
Where are
Plink
they?
is pansexual. It's
He
gonna
likes
be-
pants? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he
Yo,
does
bro.
like pans. He likes many things. He just thinks they're neat.
I think
Good for
pants
him.
pretty good for cooking. They're kind of hot.
I
Did it-
kind of blew chat's mind earlier, Christy.
What?
I blew chat's mind earlier, Christy, when I pointed out to everyone, and they were like, "Oh, because Darling was super sexual." I went, Darling never actually had a relationship in his life that wasn't like paid for, so it didn't interact with his like career.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Don't shit where you eat." And his personality was his job. You just didn't get him to live long enough to see it.
Yep. Like there's a reason why Andra has that like look, you can sleep with me, and that's cool. I am DDF, but you'll never be anything else after that.
Pretty
You won't
much.
even be a friend. And everyone's immediately like, oh, wait. But I want the
You were-
long-term relationship.
Right.
You were an
Right.
adequate meat puppet, and no one can ever take that away from you.
Exactly. Exactly. You were paid for it. You knew what this was.
She's not even paying it. It's more like they're both paying each other.
Oh God. Yeah.
We
Right.
had our exchange. The receipts are already there. You can leave now.
You sign the contract, you can't complain.
Here's an espresso. Please leave.
Yeah.
Espressos are for the nice ones.
I like you. You were good. You get the good coffee.
Now go. Get the fuck out.
Dude, I swear to God, 404, Indra is giving people more therapy than the therapist is.
Oh.
You ever wonder
Here-
why that is?
Here's the worst part. Episode 12, before everything went down,
Mhm.
was literally sitting in a corner with the therapy doc dealing with his PTSD.
Dude, yeah! Indra literally walked into the the medical bay, and she gave him therapy instead of her getting therapy. That happens twice now. Twice.
I kind of need to I want to go back and find out if he actually did was supposed to, because I literally banned him from going back to medical. I said, you need to go on shore leave now. I want you on 48 hours of liberty. You have to go down and spend some time. And so, basically, I was telling him to get off the ship and touch grass.
I mean, just because they don't show up to the episode doesn't mean that they are not doing that, of course.
True. It's just that I know that he would come and go into medical and then never leave or eat.
Yeah, I mean, that's also another problem, too, is like, I actually covered this on the podcast, but like, Indra can't date anyone that she babies. And she babies like 95% of the ship.
There was
And the real
exactly
issue-
one character in that role play that Darling might have been able to form a relationship with because they weren't technically part of the crew.
Mm.
And that was Beef's character from Comstar. That would have ended really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real issue here is that God has refused to nerf your Christmas stat, and you've been OP for too long.
And then there was two of us in the same place being like, oh, one taught the other. It was so funny how that worked out that we were like, oh wait, we have the same stupid energy. It works.
Yeah, dude, it's rare that you find someone that you just like can just like bump fists together and it just works, you know?
Oh, like the first time we were there and I was like, oh, this is gonna be, yeah. There was that universal moment of making the symbol. I'm picking up.
Universal.
I get, yeah.
Universal.
Yeah. There were some quirks exchanged. Let's just phrase it like that. All right, how's everyone on their download?
I am complete.
93.
Ooh.
I am complete, but it's still patching.
So someone fill me in because I haven't touched this game since it first started in beta, and I did very, very badly with it because I don't understand how Dungeons and Dragons works. You're gonna have to baby me a little bit with this.
It's okay. I can help you with a
He's a
build.
Okay.
baby.
Look, I here's the thing. When you were talking about I don't like dice, I had to go on this entire thing today about like I don't like game mechanics, and I don't usually get into a lot of tabletop games because I find it's people talking about their characters and then looking at stat sheets. Like Stir's game was one of the very few tabletop games I was able to watch and go, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Please forgive me if you need to explain how the game works between doing stupid character
no,
things.
It's okay. I have been a DM for D&D many, many, many times for a very long time. So,
As have I.
What? Chrono! Hi!
Hi, yes, I snuck in here. Forgive me for doing that. Game is fun. You can be a bear.
You can be a bit.
I mean, technically, I'm already one of those in real life. Heyo.
But yes,
Heyo.
my favorite thing to do in Baldur's Gate 3 is play Moon Druid and just be a bear.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm gonna be a bard.
Well, listen, they didn't have bards back when
I know, and
played.
that's why I didn't finish it. I went a little bit far and I'm just like, wow, this is buggy, but also I am not a bard, so like, what's the
Speaking
point?
of buggy, You know what this means if there's bards now in this?
Yeah.
We have to go on and find the mod so that way a certain someone we all love and adore here can have their Thri-kreen bard and really just bring all the parts together.
Can
Oh, Chrono, I know why you snuck in here. And
Why
you're
did I
not
sneak in?
getting the extensive KH lore. I told you it's
Please,
not
Lulu.
happening.
Extensive what?
I didn't actually sneak in here for that. I stuck in here because I
What's
love
the
Baldur's Gate
Kingdom
3 and
Hearts lore?
Divinity 2. But that would be a bonus.
He wants me to give a long speech, 5-hour debate on everything Kingdom Hearts, and it's not happening, alright? I'm not hijacking
you
their
have
stream
to
for that.
Start back from the Masters of Mast.
Oh god, it goes... No, you don't understand, it goes further than that.
I know it does go further than that, but I just want to save your sanity.
You know
No.
what I just realized we
So
could do very
long.
easily? We could actually do a really cool 24-hour charity stream one day where each of us just picks a lore topic and goes until you black out and then
Yeah.
tags the next person in. And we could probably cover at least a week, real easy.
Oh, no.
I
Also,
can
put
cover
him on
3
the
days
screen.
in
This
Kingdom
is
Hearts
the so
alone.
far of Clink Carbuncle's design. So far.
Oh my goodness. I love this already.
Yeah, he's a
I love
sweet
him.
boy.
He is a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
Makes me happy.
Glasses
Oh.
are my weak point.
You know what
Yeah.
this is giving big vibe? This was reminding me of Milo from Atlantis real hard, and I love it.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
Milo is a good boy. He was one of my favorite characters growing up, and it probably was why I fell in love with nerdy, dorky, lanky boys, and why they have been my obsession ever since.
Good choice, though.
It is
Yes.
a very good choice.
One point to make, and why the fashion is the way it is it is a 1920s style roleplay setting.
Okay.
So very, very flashy, ostentatious dressing a lot, and that style of machinery alongside Magitech.
That's almost got like a little bit of a Regency thing going on there from an earlier period with the frock coat, and I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah.
It is still heavy whip, so I don't know how much of this will actually stay because I have a design artist working on it, and then I'm gonna have a 3D
Got it.
artist work on it after. But for now, this is what we have, and I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I'm really excited
Yeah.
about him. He makes me so
Let's
happy.
just.
It is in progress, and he looks like a good boy already. I
Oh
love
yeah,
Oh,
he's,
no,
he's like my comfort character along with Julie. They just make me
Wait,
happy.
what is
Julie.
The
my
double-breasted coat already
is-
has me feeling for him, so I'm here for it.
what is that supposed to be around his neck? Is that a bow tie? Please
No,
tell me he's
those are
gonna have a bow
goggles.
tie.
Goggles.
Okay, so they are goggles. I'm like,
Yeah.
please.
That being
bow
said,
tie.
if he is to wear formal clothes, he would wear bow ties and suspenders.
Yes. Wait,
I mean,
and suspenders?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Why
Yeah.
are you touching every single one of the character design points that I like to give my characters for formal wear?
Because
I
they're
have
good.
particular flavors for different types of characters, and if I'm playing a sweet boy, I'm going maximum dork.
Actually, I do.
He
play
does
Sweet
actually
Boy, so
abstain
can
from
I-
alcohol. So you're right.
Okay.
He's that guy who's just like, can I have orange juice? Thank you.
No, but we have appy juice in the back.
Oh, apple juice is also okay. Apple juice. You made me do that on purpose, didn't you?
Absolutely.
And then they kiss.
No. That's like his father.
Oh, never mind then.
On the cheek, on the cheek.
It's a wholesome thing.
I didn't know he was an extra character. I thought he was just like RPing as a random.
No.
Platonic kissing?
There we go.
Lulu plays the headmaster, and
Yes.
he's like Clink's pseudo father, or at least Clink views him that way.
Chaos.
Chaos.
I do like chaos.
Chaos.
It is nice. Chaos.
Just a smidgen of chaos.
Does make me quite happy, that chaos.
Could I have a smear of chaos?
Oh, well, whenever anyone talks about chaos, it makes me want to bring out the alignment sheet
We have to
conversation.
kill chaos.
Lulu,
Yes.
if there is a character that will do everything in their power, no matter what, to bring about chaos and destroy order, what is their alignment?
The I don't know if we've had this discussion before, but I don't believe in alignments.
I don't either, but for the sake of it.
chaotic. No, lawful evil.
Bingo. Because they have a specific code that they never vary from.
Yeah. If they don't vary from it, they're lawful, and
Yep.
that their code would cause evil, so evil.
Yep.
Yeah. But I genuinely think that the concept of the alignments only works as a guide for newer characters.
Yeah, it's basically a new player, like, interest sinkhole, honestly.
Yeah, because when you get to the nitty-gritty of characters, and more accurately, when you get to the nitty-gritty of people, because that's what you're portraying when you're role-playing, is
Yes.
people, they're
Not
too
character
nuanced,
traits, people.
they're
Go on.
too unique, they're too multi-dimensional to relate to one specific lighting of
Yeah.
alignment.
No one
Yep.
is so just cookie cutter. Here you go.
Yeah.
I would like, yeah, people need to be more complex than that.
If you are in a situation where your character can consistently fit into a particular alignment, then you're probably doing something wrong.
Or you're setting yourself up for some great trauma later when it's cracked.
No, I just think you're probably doing something wrong. There's I can believe that someone can be lawful, right? Like, lawful is like, either you're lawful or you're not, in my opinion. So it's like, either you don't break your code ever, or whatever, right? Because, like, you can see that all the time with, like, paladin characters and whatnot. But the entire purpose of a paladin character is to either suffer by your oaths or eventually break them and
Yeah.
suffer the consequences.
Need.
Or, you know, alternatively make other people suffer for your oaths.
Yeah.
But also, a staunch following of a alignment is such a from a role player standpoint is, in my mind, an OOC drive to not play your character how your character should play
Yes.
in some regards, because the alignment system can never account for specific interactions. It's like there will always be a hypothetical situation for anything you wish to bring up. Well, if you experience that hypothetical and then it becomes nuanced, where do you fall in the line when your line is literally drawn across the middle of a situation you can't decide on? Because now you're
Yeah.
lawful good and you can't do something evil and you have to. So
Yep. Or it might not even be clear, and there is evil for every action that you take in a certain situation, in which case you're just fucked. I mean, that happens more often than not, especially in, like, really, really well-written campaigns.
also, as someone who's in law, if you argue good enough, everything's lawful good.
He's
It's
right.
kind of
You know.
like more of a karma system, like a karmic system essentially on the DM side. Basically, we'll say, oh, you did something, and just putting like a little note on the side about like the karma tornado may be dissipating or forming. So
I do have, I think, the best example of playing a lawful good character that really he was able to define what lawful good meant within his setting. And it was because when I played Game of Thrones RP in the past, I was the master of laws for a period of time. And I literally wrote the law. So therefore, if I followed the law that I wrote, I was being lawful good, but I wrote the law.
Yeah.
that's very British of you right there.
You can't say that in front of someone who's already British.
So the character would legitimately just go out and execute people who were against his position, but it was under the law. So it was lawful good.
Yeah,
No
I can't
one's
find any
saying-
fault- I can't find any fault with that.
No
I mean,
one's
you were one of my
saying-
supporters, so I hope you can.
Me too!
Listen,
I didn't
All
want to get
I did was
executed.
make things for you guys, and they've got me materials, and I got so excited, and I just made things. I tried to make people happy. That was my job.
everything
And-
written down here is good. Now, morally, it might not be. However, it's the law.
Morality is subjective depending on the
That is
society in
true.
which you reside within.
That is exactly why the alignment system doesn't work, in my opinion.
That is
Yeah.
also true. Yeah.
Like, if people looked at Bugkin at like human standards, they'd be like lawful. They would probably assume they are chaotic evil, but no, they're actually pretty. They've got some pretty consistent rules. But but if you look at them internally, that what they determine as good or evil is very, 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 very different. Very different.
In human society, Paris, for example, would likely be lawful evil. In Bugkin society, she's likely lawful neutral.
Possibly. Some of them actually wouldn't. Some Mantids at least would consider her lawful good. Others have different perspectives of her naturally, depending on the communities. But yeah, she's honorable and she gave them freedom instead of at risk like basically everything in her life in order to free them, as opposed to just literally enslaving them all because she could. She could do that, but she was like, nah. I'm gonna save you.
I think I did hear a very interesting way to play the system, though, for interesting ways for DMs in the past, where legitimately they had a system where, you know, how you can use detect good and evil, right? Where someone was actually looking to detect an evil in a presence in an area, and there was a character who was evil to everyone else in the party, but by the person who was casting the spell standards, actually weren't considered evil. So they couldn't detect them.
And it's your own perspective? That's hilarious. Also, the game is done.
Look, mine is still patching. What is it patching? Oh, it's decompressing. It'll take about 5 more minutes for me.
I'm just gonna launch it just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
No,
Okay,
no,
that's what I
okay,
thought.
Blue.
I have a... There's another thing when you try and launch it, by the way.
First time setup?
Yeah.
Sort of. It's different, though.
Yeah. Feels like the podcast from last night never
Pretty
ended.
much, right?
I mean,
honestly, thank you
honestly.
for the 47 months. Oh shit, Blood Cruisnik, thank you for the 16 as well. Sorry. I have ADHD and I suck, but thank you.
How dare you say that about my friend?
Prepare to die.
But she is.
Apparently, I need to update my NVIDIA driver.
I don't let anyone talk shit about my friends.
Especially not
my friends.
You know,
I'm going to require just a little more time on my end because my internet sucks. I'm at 83%.
Nice.
It's okay. Apparently, my NVIDIA drivers are old enough that the game said, no, go download new ones.
oh no.
Oh god, I have to make it. I don't remember my account.
You have to make an account? Do I have an account? Should I probably do? I play so much Divinity
So-
too.
Honestly, with how these past few streams have been, they basically are podcasts.
Oh god, I update my drivers. Shit.
Oh,
Yep.
you're in my boat. Come on over.
Why don't you keep your drivers updated?
It'll help your performance in VR chat. So
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
which is
Not
why I
that-
keep on top of it, because I need every inch that I can get.
Fight for every inch.
Oh, and Christy,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Well, the only email I knew was your BR1 on Twitter, and I kind of just sent you a copy of Small Gods on Audible.
Beautiful.
But
Don't apologize.
Small Gods is my personal favorite of these standalone Discworlds, and I think you'll love that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's
Powerful.
interesting. I can't access my NVIDIA control panel.
Have you tried smacking the top of it? I hear that works really
I'm gonna
well.
try and exit it and then relaunch it.
Oh, I guess you could try that too.
I just
This
I
is
just stream on
basically
my
me
computer.
smacking it.
404, I gotta say, the fact they got Andy Serkis in to read Small Gods just makes me so happy on the inside. Like, you have
Wait,
no idea.
wait, full pause. Please repeat that sentence for me.
The re-narration of the Small Gods, Andy Serkis is the reader. You are welcome.
I don't understand, but that's okay.
They're nerding. It's
Andy
fine.
Serkis is the person who performed as Gollum in Lord of the Rings and
Oh!
a bunch of other things.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an incredible physical and vocal performer. So, Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
voice is just golden.
For that particular book, I can see why it would be.
Well, voices actually aren't colors, you see.
That could also be a texture or a metallic state.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark. Exclamation point, question mark.
Occasionally, mine, Steam will tell me my Nvidia is out of date when it's not as well. So it could actually be updated already.
Oh no, mine was definitely out of date.
I meant for Quispy.
Ah.
I have the opposite issue with the game, and it makes me really mad.
If it makes it easier for you, Quispy, you could also do it manually from the device manager.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh. Did you right click and check for...
Oh wait, no, never
Check
mind.
for
I was
updates?
wrong. I was wrong. That wasn't what I was doing. I was doing something else. Let's see.
You could do it for the GeForce panel, but I often do it from my my device manager on my computer. If you have GeForce. I have GeForce, so...
I have the opposite issue where the old Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 on PC. If your drivers are too updated, they won't run. It pisses me off. I want to play Battlefront 2, the original.
Understandable.
Have a nice day.
All right, I've created an account. I have linked it to Steam. I have updated my drivers.
There you go. You're doing the Lord's work.
Which one?
Oh, that's really up to you.
Rude.
Me not being on on Twitch often, I just realized that I got gifted a sub in Stealth Chat. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't been in Stealth Chat, but I got caught in the crossfire, I assume, of a sub bomb.
Dude, I've got hit in sub bombs before for
Yeah.
people that I don't remember ever watching, and it confuses me.
That's more of a sub IED at that point.
Yeah.
Also, to answer a question in chat, Cetus, Scar, Cetus.
I mean, the real answer is Orion, actually.
Listen, he asked for any constellation, and I
Yeah, but you want to
Current-
give him
okay,
a good one, right?
okay, but you see, I am literally making a plant species based off of each constellation, and currently I'm doing the one for Cetus, and it's a giant whale. I like the whale.
See this dick in your mouth. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Listen, Lulu, let me have this.
I'll let you have it just because Conf just made me cringe into an infinity.
Good. If you were not cringing so hard that you turn into a singularity and implode, then I'm not doing my job. Right.
I'm real close right now.
I mean, as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure there's like a giraffe constellation.
I think there is.
I think my favorite constellation thing was when someone was explaining how constellations and the relativity of constellations and how people formed them, and how the native peoples of Australia didn't make constellations based on stars. They made it in the absences of the stars, the shapes or the shadows between the stars.
Actually, really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It is
Like,
actually really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like actually seeing the void spaces is like emu or kangaroo and things like that. It's like, oh, it's the spaces between. That's such an interesting thing of just seeing that's the actual space you're filling in a constellation with, not making lines between the points. I'm like, oh, I like that. Press the any key to continue. Do I need to create, should I just create a profile now or should I wait?
As far as I remember, I think you had to create a profile, and then you're able to join games with said profile. I think.
Got it.
It's been a while since I played Baldur's Gate 3, though. Now, if you were asking about taking a scenic trip to Fort Joy, I'd know a lot more.
I
Tell
know
me about
Fort
a
Joy
scenic
like
trip
the
to Fort
back of my
Joy.
hand. Unfortunately, I've played too many games with people where it did not get past Fort Joy.
Fort Joy is a run killer. It's no. Actually, no. It is leaving Fort Joy that is the run killer. Because you
weird.
leave it, and then
And
you're
then
like, okay.
then everyone stops playing.
And then everyone stops playing, and then you never get a time set up for a second session.
Having said that, though, I have been making it through a session with Morph, Shingo, and Witcheru recently. That has been going amazingly. It's been very fun.
Farthest I've gotten is the final island, and then we ran into a bug where we couldn't do a quest that involved a cake,
Oh,
and we stopped playing.
interesting.
And we never went
I
back.
have never managed to get out of Fort Joy.
I have beaten the game 5 times solo. I just haven't beaten it as a group. Actually, that's not true. I have beaten it as a group once.
So, do I need to say new game and make a character now, or will it force me to make a character if we do multiplayer?
It'll force you to make a character when you do multiplayer.
Okay.
Just like with Divinity, your character is tied to the save.
I have to
Mhm.
confess I've never played Divinity.
That is a
Wait,
sin. The
you've
original
never-
sin.
The original sin.
God damn it.
I mean, I thought you were about to make a cider joke, but yeah.
God damn it. It is a good game, though. We're highly recommend.
So the same company that made Baldur's Gate made Divinity 2 Original Sin, which is a standalone game. You don't have to pay Divinity 1 to be able to play Divinity 2. And it is very good. One of the best fantasy storytelling RPGs I've played in a long while. Much less one of the best RPG, like, tactical games I've played in a long while.
It also has Thane.
It also has Fane, which he is a fan
good.
favorite of everyone.
So good,
Specifically,
so good,
Christy.
So good, so good, so good.
Is Fane a skeleton?
He is
You
a skeleton.
you can play
Wow, I
as
called
a
it.
skeleton
Mm-hmm. All right,
within
I
10
am.
minutes. I'm driving out of Luxembourg. The letter will...
No one told Christy I had Fane to die.
What?
You monster.
Nothing.
What'd you
One
do?
day the letter will be finished.
One day.
One day it won't get cut off by podcast talk.
It's fine.
I regret nothing as I get to hang out with my friends, and that's kind of dope.
Hey, I mean,
That's pretty much the same principle that I have. It's so rare that I get to actually play things with my friends, so this is just a treat.
Right?
When is the last time we, outside of VR chat, have played a game together?
I know we played something, but what was it?
It's been over a year.
I don't think we've ever played a game together outside of VRC.
No, we haven't at all. 4-4. We've
Yeah.
watched stuff together, but that's it.
Yes, but we never. Yeah. We spent way
Now,
too much
now.
time crafting the perfect angry mother letter.
In fair?
No, Lulu. Does Minecraft technically count for you two playing together?
I mean, I guess,
It's
yeah.
not the same. Like, it's not
I guess that would
personal.
sort of be the same as like the VRRP, technically.
I'll say it does count because it was a game that was in VR chat,
I guess that's true.
but it wasn't like a cooperative game
No, yeah, no. It
because
wasn't
we were
like
absolutely almost at each other's throats.
It was more of a. It wasn't like the casual survival multiplayer Minecraft. It was.
I'm going to cut your person's arm off for what they did to Minecraft.
Man, it was chill for me. All I did was
I dropped it
build.
in this chat room.
Where?
In the okay, so when you right click this channel, you can open up a chat room that's just for this channel.
Yep.
If you hover over the channel as well, there's like a little chat box. You can just click on it.
I said I
Okay,
probably should have just made adjusted settings before I did anything.
Really?
The main menu screen.
So what am I doing with that piece of information?
Direct Connect.
That is that for Direct Connect?
Yep, it's for Direct Connect.
Oh,
Oh, okay, got it.
that was your friend code. Because I can just connect off your lobby.
Yeah, you can because it's friends only. It
Yeah.
also has direct connection, so.
It's the first lobby on my list. Didn't even have to search.
Oh, that's right. Are we waiting on Gale right now?
I think so. You think you said
Yeah.
you needed like 10 more minutes?
Okay, then I'm gonna alt tab and I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go to
alright.
big zoom. Oh my goodness, my camera's still on. That could have been dangerous. Let's close kitty cam. There we go. Then I activate my music
Oh.
again.
404 is dancing.
He is
my God.
dancing. He's
This is my favorite thing to do.
Sin is what we do.
Behold, I have suborned the universe. I will now fill its eminence with fat grooves.
nah. Hold on, I'm just gonna send you to the abyss.
Yeah, that's probably where I belong. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You can dance again.
He faded out to his. Oh no, you dragged him off screen. I was just like he faded. It looked like he faded out, like into the abyss for a moment.
You know, I don't know if I can do this with my mic right now, but it's like, no, don't throw me into the abyss.
It somewhat worked, yeah.
Unfortunately, you have a voice gate, so it doesn't.
I
quite
do.
Work
I have the worst place in the world to do recording right now, so I have to do way too much because there's no audio conditioning down here.
out.
How dare you not condition your audio?
Look, it's a rental, man. I can't go putting things all over the walls.
That's what so Shan got her index today, by the way.
Yes.
Pause.
So she's
Congratulations.
she's
Gonna
not
be back
only
in time for the ball.
she's not only back for VR, but she's also upgraded. Because she just had a HTC Vive, the first edition before, so she's upgraded, and because she's upgraded, I now have I've gone up from having one base station because my other was broken to having 3. So
Yo.
Nice.
I can now not have to deal with only having one base station.
Even if I got an index, I think I would be useless with it because I would just be fat thumbing all the time. Like I don't have hand control.
Play with
I
it a
would
bit
start
today,
to walk.
and it's so different.
It's taking a little getting used to, but it has already been so night and day better in terms of audio quality, in terms of control quality than that HP Reverb was. So I'm a much happier person with the index. I'm glad I spent the money.
I told you, man.
The-
Index is the
You
way
were,
to go.
no, you were 100% right.
The quality of the headset, though, as far as like, just like the quality in game, oh my god, it's crystal clear.
I told you. The
It's
Index is the
so
best
good.
one. Like people say, like, oh, the Vive Pro Eye gives you the best like pixels. It's like they have the best resolution. I don't care. The Index has great FOV. You can actually
Yeah.
look to the left and right without turning your head.
Also,
Whereas,
I
like,
couldn't
with the
tell that there was
Vive
a
one-
space in between my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, having
Which I
that
was like,
size
that was
large
weird.
head, being
Yeah.
able to actually get that so I'm not looking cross-eyed all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, like the Vive Pro Eye is great for only one thing, and it's eye tracking. That's it. And I guess the colors are more vibrant, but like other than that, I feel like I'm a scuba diver. I can like not a scuba diver, but like that deep scuba where it's you've got like the big helmet. You just like
It's
can only
your
see through
neuro
the little
helmet.
porthole. That's
It's
it.
your neuro helmet. You're getting ready to be a mech pilot.
I would take a helmet if it was air conditioned.
He's not wrong.
Oh no, it's Wolf Run.
It's Wolf Run.
Hey, Wolf, what's up?
Hi, Wolf.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
Are you able to play the game?
No.
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 I mean,
Should
should
it- should-
play a different
she's
game?
still on
We're
the
gonna
same
play a
level.
game.
Just not that game.
It's not that.
Which game are you playing?
Bard.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh no.
She's gonna
Okay.
bang all the monsters.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are you playing with?
Lulu, 404, and Gale.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Greeting.
Gale, for those who aren't as privy to our past history, is from our ARC days.
They were from the last roleplay server I was on before I just dived headfirst into VR and got way too addicted.
And I never saw her again
Until I drug you into VR as
until
well.
she literally drugged me screaming and crying into VR.
I drug literally everyone in my friend group into
I really know how you
Good.
feel, Lulu, when you just mention Ark and I get a fight or flight reaction.
Dude,
I gotta ask to know how flight or flight it was. What are your hours on ARC?
Let me check.
I know yours are way worse than mine now, Lulu, because you
no,
kept
I
on
know
running
you
like
guys-
roleplay servers.
I know you have more hours than me. I probably don't even have that.
No, I'm
many. I
saying
only have
Lulu
about-
has more than I do, and that's a lot.
I have about 370.
The
Not
la-
bad.
The
That
last
is-
time,
Let me tell you that there was an hour limit on the last roleplay I played on. That was 200 hours.
Wait, like an hour
Oh,
limit
man.
as you couldn't join it unless
You
you
couldn't
had-
join unless you had 200 hours in the game.
That's fucking amazing.
Would you like to know how many hours I have in ARC?
1,000?
Way more than that.
4,500.
Nice.
Would you like to know how many hours Shan has in ARC?
She is worse, isn't she?
10,000.
She has 8,700.
so I used to.
Let's
And
give it
she
a
left. She left way after or way before I did. So
Yeah.
that tells you.
I've talked a little bit about it, but I used to run a Minecraft server, and we had an hour counter on that. So that's the only way that I can gauge how much Minecraft I've played. But I can say safely, just on that server, it was close to 8,000 hours.
Okay, she needs to play a little more Arc because right now she's at 362 and a half days. She's so close
No.
to the year.
No.
So
No.
close.
No. No.
So who's making the Ark
No.
server for the Viking map?
No.
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 Oh
No,
god,
Arc was
don't
just
don't
free, so I
mention that
downloaded it.
to
I never
me.
played, but it was free, so I had to get it.
The Viking map actually almost brought
I
me
used
back,
to
if I'm being perfectly
run
honest.
an RP server in ARC, so I literally like feel nauseous even hearing.
You just walked into an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting with a
Ugh.
keg. Stop it.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, we were talking about like the one MMO that I used to love for roleplay, which was City of Heroes, because it had probably the best roleplay community in any MMO I've ever seen, of everyone buying into everyone else's bullshit so hard. Because superheroes. If I could ever get a
same
private
feel from
City of
Arc
Heroes,
Age.
if I could get this like a private City of Heroes server, I would do it in a second. Be like, everyone, give everyone's bullshit equal credence. Go.
Honestly, superhero RP sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, but that won't actually work though. The issue.
I know.
I already can think of like 600 ways why it would go wrong. I feel like you would have to do it in VR chat. Like that's the only way you
Yeah.
could actually make it work, and even then you'd have to have specific rule sets.
You'd
Yeah.
have to have a code of ethics
Hear me out.
specifically.
Yeah.
Superhero roleplay in VR chat, except it's just the board meetings of the Justice League, and that's it.
You're actually keeping the minutes. Yeah, actually,
It's
no,
just
that would actually
everyone
be
bitching
funny.
about
It's a
their
superhero
powers.
roleplay, but no one plays superheroes. You're all the support staff that enables superheroes and like the Hall of
That's-
Justice.
Oh, I
There's
don't
a-
want to be the staff for the boys, man.
No.
There's-
Mm-mm.
Actually, there is an entire staff of people in the Watchtower in DC
Yeah,
that live in the Watchtower.
And they
Oh,
die
no, we're
repeatedly.
they die a
We're gonna
lot.
get-
Yeah.
We're
They
gonna
do
get
die
the
a
comic
lot.
talks. Here we go. Wolf, take it away
Oh.
with Take it away with the
Well,
comics.
there's an entire episode where the Suicide Squad manages to get onto the Watchtower because they actually hide as the staff that runs the Watchtower.
It was also the episode with the cloned Omni-Men army where you actually see the staff trying to fight back and just losing horribly when it's people with mops fighting a Tyrannosaur.
Listen, that mop, it'll do it.
They'll do it.
I've
You
seen
guys see-
someone fight a Tyrannosaur with a wooden spear.
You're gonna see someone try to fight an attack, and Michael is gonna be hitting them with a mop and then horribly losing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you slightly break the mop, could it technically become a makeshift spear?
Yes, it
Yeah,
could.
but then it's not a mop anymore, and the point of this is to attack with a mop.
Yes,
I
Ow!
see. You're right, but technically speaking,
Christy, that's a gummy worm. What? Why are you a soccer player or something?
What?
It's a gummy worm.
what?
What?
I will say,
A gummy worm. It's
What
not a
about it?
Pokeball. Why do you react so negative? Why is it
I
painful?
didn't expect it.
It was
man. Have you
violent.
ever been thrown? Have you ever had a fucking giant ass gummy worm thrown at your face?
I imagine it's
don't
not
think-
delightful.
I am legally
know.
required to say no.
How about
Interesting.
illegally?
I've never been to
Interesting.
Belize.
Okay, I gotta ask.
Also,
Did
what?
anybody ever actually buy one of those giant gummy snakes that
Yes.
was 10 feet long?
Yes.
I wanted
That's
them so
why I'm
bad.
They're
saying
horrible.
I know what it's like to be
I
slapped
wanted
with
them
it.
so bad as a kid, dude. Oh
I
my
get-
god, I would have died, but I wanted it.
It was the first
Christy,
thing my
would
older
you like me to
brothers did
slap
when
you
I
with
gifted
nostalgia?
one to them.
you
I can
gave
slap
them
you in
a
the face
weapon.
real hard with nostalgia.
I gave them a 3-pound gummy worm and they fucking slapped me in the face with it. It was pretty funny, but still, ow. It made a distinct
is life
slapping
goals.
sound.
That is
Awesome.
that is.
I
a
wish I
life
had an
goal.
audio. I wish I had an audio recording of that. That probably sounded awesome.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I mean, I screeched, so there's not much you can get out of
he's,
it.
not, he's not talking about your reaction. He's talking about the sound.
Well, I know,
of
but
the
I'm
gummy
saying that
worm
my
slapping.
screech would ruin it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just Olivine, thank you for the 24 months Twitch Prime sub!
Now I-
Thank you
now
for the
I-
Bezos
now I-
bucks. Oh, hey.
Now I want to
Got
buy
that
one of those
bar.
and smack somebody with it because I want to know what it sounds like now. God damn it.
Probably just a loud thump.
It's just a slap.
It's like if you hit someone with rubber.
I would
Oh no,
spit it
that
like a
hurts
whip.
more.
Oh, I know it hurts more, but the sound is probably very similar.
Less wet, less sticky.
It's more.
I think if you haven't bitten into a gummy thing, I don't think it's very sticky.
It gets
Oh, I
sticky when
thought-
you hold it in your hands.
I
So-
thought it
Oh
was
yeah,
kind of
you
like a
hold
whip,
it, but
I
if you
was
just
gonna say, why is your
slap them without
Here's
any
the-
kind of prep.
Here's the issue with giant gummy worms is that it's hard to retain flavor in something that large. So when you eat it, it's usually doesn't really taste like anything.
It's
it
that's the same
tasted
thing
like
with
it.
a lot of the larger candies though. Like
It's not as flavorful,
Yeah.
but it still had the flavor.
the really large Reese's cups. I hear people really don't like compared to like. the
Yeah,
small-
no shit. It's like 10 pounds of peanut butter to 1 pound of chocolate.
Yeah, it's a brick of peanut butter.
I mean, it's nice.
see
when
no
it's
problem
with
frozen.
I love peanut butter.
I
have
do
no
too.
problems eating
Yes,
10
I
pounds of
shouldn't be
butter.
eating it, but it's so good.
I like it. However, when you see it as like a Reese's cup, you'd imagine a good peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
I disagree.
Oh,
I've
I
always
see
thought
what
the
went
Reese's
wrong.
cup had too much peanut butter.
Somehow GeForce Experience wasn't presently on my PC.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I could have sworn that
Also-
it was there.
Isn't that something that just downloads itself though?
Yeah, I don't know why it was gone.
Not always.
You can remove it if you do the custom install and you want to
Yeah.
say, I don't want the experience, I only want the driver.
I don't want the
Mm.
experience.
I probably
wanna
did that
build
and I
my
didn't
own.
realize what it was when I was like setting up my basically new
I
PC.
had it removed at one point. Yes, so
Also-
because of the same reason.
I might have to
Also,
reset my
the-
PC when I'm done then, but we'll see.
Also, the Reese's cup, I understand because like the candy is designed to be handheld and you eat it, but if you make it giant, it's just really fucking messy.
Okay, but what if someone has a giant hand?
You could cut it like a pie.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
should
you
it be
cut it
sort of
like
more
a
like
pie.
a cake at that point or something?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I eat Reese's specifically when they're frozen solid, so it hits
True.
different.
It does.
The frozen
Basically, is a
Snickers
pie
is
at that
top
point.
tier.
I'm a savage. I